Hi, okay, in today's video, so I'm going to discuss about a programming logic. See, in most of the interviews, if you see, they'll ask the programming coding questions like to print some patterns. If you can see here, there is a pattern you can see here, um, a kind of triangular. So how do you achieve it? So when the interviewer asks you, or let's say you want to test your reasoning and analytical or logical skills, how do you do that? For example, program to print off pyramid using a star. How do you do that? You see here, there is a main class and a public static void main, and I'm going to take a 5 rows. First thing is, whenever you want to do this kind of logics, two things are important. First thing is number of rows, number of columns. Okay, you have to divide the pattern number of rows and number of columns. How many rows are there? 5 rows. You count it: 1 2 3 4 5. How many columns are there? You see, 1 2 3 4 5 again. So first thing is, you have taken a number of rows equal to constant value 5, and you have to take two for loops here. First for loop is iterating number of rows. So int I equal to 1 and I less than equal to 5 plus I, incrementing the value loop wise. So inside for loop you take another for loop. You see here, for j equal to 1, this is for printing the column. I mean, how many stars should be printed for each row. For first row I should print first 1 star, for second row 2 stars, for third row 3 star, fourth for 4 star, for fifth for 5 stars. So what I am doing, I have taken another loop for int I j equal to 1, j less than or equal to I plus j. Okay, then I have to put a system.out print a star, and you have to give a space. Okay, you have to observe one thing here. We have just mentioned only out.print object. It's not a println. Okay, I'll tell you. So when you print this, why do you do this? Well, you take a second line, 2 stars should be printed consecutively. But if you give println, it will print that in a new line. That is a wrong scenario. Okay, so but println, you have to give the another statement, empty sysout statement, for the first outer for loop. That way, when first iteration is completed, it will push the control to the next line. That way, you can see this here. Okay, I am trying to explain the logic here. You need to understand the logic. How do you do that? And Okay, so these are all follows the off pyramids. The logic is very simple. I think it's a simple. The complex part is a complete pyramid. How do you do that? Or pyramids of mirror image. How do you do that? Now instead of stars, you can place numbers here. I want to print 1 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3. See, how do you do that? Simple. It's the same logic, but you are going to print a actual value instead of star. And here I want to print alphabets, capital letters. You can see. What I am doing here, what they are doing, they have taken a character last equal to E, alphabet equal to A. Now we have to increment the value, right? Now how do we calculate the length here? You see, last minus character A, okay, plus 1. Oh, this is a logic because it is trying to convert into number of letters. How many letters would be there if last minus A? It will be 4 plus 1. So that way we will get a 5. Right? 5 rows. Or you can directly hardcode it, no problem. But so if you want to do it, you can do it in this way. Okay. You see, for the second for loop, the logic is j less than or equal to I. So this is the main thing. You see, second for loop, the second variable is always should be less than or equal to I. We are having that condition, right? Okay. So inverted half parameter, how do you do that? It is code is very common, but only thing is first outer for loop you are going to assign for I equal to rows, number of rows in reverse order. I greater than or equal to 1, I minus I. Okay, pre-decrement. In the second for loop is a common. What you are doing, so you are actually printing it in a reverse order. Simple. Inverted half pyramid. Okay, these are all common. Okay, now full pyramid. I want to explain the full pyramid logic. Okay, let's get into the logic analyzing. What we are doing, we are understanding the code here. The first for loop, outer for loop for int I equal to 1, I less than or equal to rows. Okay, plus I. They have taken another variable k equal to 0. Okay, now second for loop, you consider a second for int space equal to 1. Okay, and space less than or equal to number of rows minus I. See, the main logic is here. The second for loop, second condition, you see this space variable, there is a space variable less than or equal to number of rows minus outer variable I. Okay, plus space. This is just for space. Okay, so space means where do we need this space? Because you see, I want to leave the predecessor places as a space here. Okay, after that I have to print that at a fifth place, right? You can see. So that's how the first way what I am doing here. I'm going to iterate a first for loop here. In the first scenario, space equal to 1, space 1 less than or equal to 5 minus 1 plus. So this loop will iterate 4 times. So I need to print 4 times the space, empty space there. Okay, at a fifth position, so it won't go inside there. Okay, it won't go inside there. It will come to the next. It comes out of the first for loop, inside the for loop. So I'm talking about inner for loop. It comes out of the for loop and it goes to the while loop. So while loop here, k not equal to 2 star I minus 1. So what happens here? So I is 1 here. Okay, 2 into 1 equal to 2. 2 minus 1, then it will be 1. If k not equal to 1, then print star. So what is the k here? K is 0. Right? Here the k value k is a 0. You see here. So it will print the first star and plus k. So the k value will contain number 1. Now for the second iteration of outer loop, it will be 1. Okay, then so second iteration I is 2, right? I is 2, then space equal to n, again 1 less than or equal to 5 minus what is 5 minus I is the 2, right? 2 means it would be 3. So now you have to print the space 3 times. For the second row, you see there, for the second row I am going to print a space 3 times. So after that it will exit from the for loop, it comes back to while loop. You see here, again while k not equal to 2. What is the k value? K value is the 1. So it is a second iteration, right? It is incremented. 1 not equal to 2 star I. What is I here? It is a 2. 2 2s are 4. 4 minus 1, 3. Right? So 1 not equal to 3. So 1 not equal to 3, so it will print star once, right? Again plus plus 2, so it will go to 1 not equal to it is 2 2s are 4, 4 minus 1 3, so 1 not equal to 3, then it goes to, it will print the star. For next iteration it will be 2 2 not equal to 3, it prints the star. Okay, and then again okay, so since it is a pre-increment, it is not at 3, so that is why it's going to print another star 3 times. It will print it 3 times. So that way the logic works here. I hope you understand, I mean, what we are doing. We can do it in different ways, but so this guy has written the logic this way. Okay, so always remember it. We can achieve the logic in different ways, using different ways. You don't need to do this way only, but this is one of the solutions. That's it. You can do it using only, for loops. You can achieve it. Okay, this is the, you see here is the same logic, but it is a different. Now it is a different thing. Getting it right? So the same logic, but I want to print 1 2 3 2 3 4 5 4 3. So the first integer is getting printed as the last digit also, right? So what is the logic? What is the extra logic here? What is the extra logic for the above and below? Here we have taken another count variable. You see, count equal to 0, count 1 equal to 0. So what is that we have to print here is, okay, we are going to print a space first, and we are going to print I plus k. Okay, this is you need to dig deep through this. I hope you would understand. See, what count less than or equal to number of rows minus 1, number of rows 5. Okay, I am explaining only if else condition. This is additionally added, right? So if it is 5 minus 1 4. So after printing the space, what you are doing, you are going to print the actual I plus k. What is I here? I is 1 in the first iteration. What is k value? K is 0, right? 1 plus 0 is 1. So you are going to print first value as 1. You can see at the top pyramid value. So 1, first value will be printed only 1, and you are going to increment the count value. Okay, you are going to increment a count again, the while loop, again the k not equal to 2. What is k? Initially it is 0 not equal to 2 star I equal to 1, right? So 2 minus 1 1. So 0 not equal to 1, and 1 not equal to 1, it fails, so it exit from there. So now outer loop, second iteration starts here. Okay, now for the same scenario, here the count is incremented. It is 1 now. 1 less than or equal to 5 minus 4 times, right? It is okay, number of rows. What is the rows here? Number of rows. How many rows will be here? You see, number of rows again 5 minus 1. Here the count value is 1 less than or equal to what is this? 5 rows, 5 minus 1 4. Okay, then I is a second iteration, 2 plus 2 plus k. K is incremented already, right? 2 plus k, the 2 plus 1, it will come 1, then it will be 3. So okay, I think it seems So count less than or equal to rows for the second system dot out dot print for y plus k. So what it will come, so see, sometimes it would be very difficult to debug the things. Then we need to apply debugging scenario to see what are the values, how the values are propagating step by step, because when you are trying to implement a complex logic, right, you have to debug the things. You may not achieve it at a time. You may require so you may need to do it and based on trial and error sometimes. Okay, but the thing is here the only thing is here they are adding I plus k. Okay, for each iteration of I value, outer side I value, they are adding a k value. So k value they are incrementing inside the while loop. You see here at the end of the while loop they are incrementing the while loop here. Okay, for the second iteration, when count 1 less than or equal to it will be 4, I is 2 plus k I is it would be 2 plus k is again 1, right, then 2 plus it will be 3. So where is 3 is printing okay, but the thing is count less than or equal to 3. So I think k will be 0. The first iteration, second iteration it should print 2, right? I is what is I here? I is 2. Okay, k less than or equal to 2 star I. What is I here? I have taken 2. Okay, 2 2s are 4. 4 minus 1 3. Okay, 3 times while loop will be iterated. Okay, k is 1. So 1. So the thing is 1 not equal to, what is the k value here? K value will be 1 not equal to 3. 3 times it should be iterated. Okay. So count value. What is the count value? Count value is already 1. 1 less than or equal to should how many rows are there? 5 rows. 5 minus 1. Sorry, count value would be 3 here, because in the first for loop already count value is incremented. 2 less than or equal to 4. The thing is here 2 less than or equal to 4. So that's how we would get the thing is 2 less than or equal to 4. So it will print it 3 times. Get it right? So I is a 2 plus 0. It's not 3 because it is not yet incremented. So hence it will be printed 2. In the next iteration k will become 1. So 2 plus 1 3. 3 printed. Okay. And last thing is it should print only 2, right? What we are doing here, and k becomes 2 2's 4. 4 minus 1 3. 3 not equal to 3. Okay. Should go to, okay, here the count is when it matches the first if else condition fails, because number of rows 5 minus 1 4, right? So it count will become, the first if condition should fail, then it will go to the next if condition, next else condition. There it will print the second scenario. It is little bit difficult for me to analyze this anyhow, but you just go through it and understand how this logic works, and if you can debug it okay, you can actually write it down. You can actually implement it. the logic. The thing is, see how you can see how the values are propagating. I cannot explain the depth of this logic, but I hope you understood how the patterns can be formatted and all, right? And so the same way the inverted pyramid also, there is a let me explain the inverted pyramid program as well. So I have taken 5 rows, so it is very straightforward. Okay, first outer loop for loop is 5 rows. I'm decreasing the value. Next I have taken a space, space less than or equal to row minus 1 plus space. You see the space equal to 1. How many rows? 5 minus I is a 1, so 4. So 1 less than or equal to 4 plus spaces. What I am doing here, I am going to print spaces first time. See, before the pyramid is forming, for the first row there is no space, second row 2 spaces, 1 space, third row 2 spaces, fourth row. So that way I am going to print the spaces in the first of using a first for loop. Okay, next for loop you take next for loop for int j equal to 1, j less than or equal to 2 star I minus 1 plus j. Okay, now you see what is happening here. First iteration I equal to 1, so j will be 1. So 1 less than or equal to 2 star I, 2 into 1, 2 times 2 minus 1, then that will be 1. So 1 less than or equal to 1 is a true condition. Then what it will do, it will print first star, right? I equal to it will print first star. Okay, and next you go to the next j equal to 0, j less than I minus 1. What is I here? Again it will be 1, 1 minus 1 0, 0 less than 0 false, right? Won't go there. So my thing is, question is here, the second for loop j equal to what is I equal to, okay, I equal to number of rows 5 times, right? J is 5. I'm sorry, I'm mistaken. See, j in the second for loop, it int j equal to I. What is I here? I is a number of rows. See, int I equal to rows. It is not 1. So j will be 5. 5 times it will be printed, right? You see how many times it should printed. Then j less than or equal to 2 star I. What is I 5, right? 2 5s are 10. 10 minus 1 9. So 5. What is j here? J is 5, right? J is 5. J less than or equal to 5 means, see how many times j less than or equal to 9, 5 less than or equal to 9. So how many times you should print it? 5 1 6. For 6 it is 1, for 7 it is 1, for 8 it is 1, for 9 it is 1. Okay, for the middle it is completed, stars printed. For the next iteration j equal to 0, j less than I. What is I equal to? Again 5. 5 minus 1, again 4. J is 0 plus j. Again it will print, for initially it will print 0, j equal to 0, right? Here j less than 4. So for the next part it will print another stars. So that way the complete row, first row is completed using this 2 for loop, consecutive for loops. System.out.println, the println statement for giving a divide for the last statement. So I hope you are trying to understand the logic, right? I am also looking at the logic and trying to understand, explaining this live. Okay, so what I understood is the first for loop is for printing the I'm talking about inner for loop. There are 3 for loops, inside, outer for loop. First for loop is for printing the spaces. You can see how many spaces it required, 4 rows, right? So you need to print spaces. First there is no space for first row, second row 1 space, third row 2 space, fourth 3. That way you have to print all the spaces. First for loop, and second for loop, it is completed. There is nothing there. Now you have to print stars. Next for loop for printing the stars. So you are not printing all the stars. You see the first row, there are how many rows? 5 plus 9. 9 stars should be printed. First for loop will print only 5 stars. The next 4 stars will be printed by third for loop. You can see for int j equal to 0, j less than I. What is I? I is 5, right? Number of rows. 5 minus 1, 4 times. Then plus j. Okay, then it will print remaining 4 stars. So 5 plus 4, total 9 stars should be printed there for the first row. So you can see how many stars are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 stars printed, right? So that is how you are going to print the stars using this logic. You take a second row. For the second row, here the I value will be 2, right? The I value will be 2. Then it will decrement 1 value, front side, rear side. Okay, you see here j equal to wait, what is the I value? I value will be 4 because we are decrementing it, right? Number of rows equal to 5. I value will be 4. J equal to 4, right? For the next second for loop I am explaining. 4 less than or equal to 2 4s are 8. 8 minus 1, 7. 7 times you have to print the star basically. So for the first loop, you can see first 4 times it will print the stars. The next 3 stars will be printed by third for loop. That way 4 plus 4th, that way second for loop is for printing 4 stars. Third for loop is for printing 3 stars. I hope you understand the logic, right? So this is how you can print the the logic and all. I hope you understand the video, how you can analyze, how you can write the logic, for anything. You have to think logically and how to bring the solution. Okay, and thank you for listening to this video. Thank you.